Okay, I effed up. I'm not going to say the whole word, but I totally messed up. Yesterday, I could have sworn it was the 29th all day. I remember visually challenged, so I couldn't see the date on my computer that clearly said it was 7/28/26. And so I went through the whole day believing and thinking it was the 29th. Crazy, but it gives us a little advantage. I always take something that I mess up and I turn it into something positive. So on Friday, we're going to take the day off. I'm going to create videos, but I'm going to give us a fun challenge, something fun to do for both of the Supersize challenges. It's actually, I believe, and I just couldn't unsort it yesterday when I realized that I'd done it. And so I just told myself, nope, we're going to go with the next 2 days and then we'll have a break day. And it's probably a good time to have a break day anyway. Summer in my neck of the woods, it's a good time to recharge our batteries and just relax, chill. And you know what? That is when I will figure out what the heck happened. And I realized it when I was in the middle of doing videos yesterday. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not even the right date. But we do them anyway because the topics are timeless, right? Contribution in any area of our life is something that's timeless. We should be giving back. And this is why I haven't figured it out yet. If you can look at my crazy messes and know that it's pretty easy for me with my eyes to make a mistake like that. So I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm just going to laugh about it and say, okay, I effed up again. So that's life, right? We move on. And here's the lesson in that for me and for everybody. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to mess things up. If you think you're going to get things written from me that don't have typos in them, that's going to be an exercise in futility. It's almost like doing cryptogram puzzles some days because if I'm off track on the keyboard or something. So usually I catch those, but I don't always. My kids just stopped reading my text messages and decided if I ever text them, they will just call me because they know that it takes less time to call me than it does to try to figure out what the heck I was texting. Anyway, I don't text very much anymore, and I try not to do written communication a lot. I try to do more things in person, which is part of one of the reasons I adopted and said, okay, I'm scared to death, but I'm going to do videos anyway, because I knew that I needed to find different ways to solve my own unique problem and set of challenges, just like we all do. We all need to figure out what works for us and then go out and do that. So today in Supersize Challenges, we're talking about, of course, contribution all this month. And we discussed that we all want to quit sometimes, right? We start out doing something, it's new, it's hard, it's uncomfortable, and then we start to get okay at it, but there's days we still don't want to do it. I got to tell you, there are days I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do a video. I have a gravelly throat, or I don't feel good, or I stayed up too late last night, or whatever the reason might be. And I am very good now about switching that off immediately. As soon as I start noticing having thoughts like that, I'm like, nope. I made a commitment at the beginning of the year that I was going to do an annual challenge. So guess what that means? You show up every freaking day, whether you feel like it or not. Now, does that maybe come across in some of my videos? You guess you'd have to tell me, because I don't go back and watch them. I just create them, put them out there, because that's my contribution. It's how I can share what has worked for me, what didn't work for me, to give everybody else permission to do the same. Figure your own stuff out. Figure out what works for you and what gets you the results you want. Do more of it in any area of your life. Figure out what doesn't work for you and freaking stop doing it, right? Don't keep doing it. And again, I speak from personal experience in that I stuck with things way too long in the past. And instead of cutting my losses and moving on, out of fear, I stayed in situations that were really, really bad for me. I stayed in jobs too long, stayed in relationships too long, stayed stubborn and inflexible too long. You know, like I said, we're all human. So if I can help you in any way over the next couple of days, we're going to finish off contribution month tomorrow. It's somehow day 31. And like I said, on Friday, I will untangle and see what I missed. Hopefully it isn't anything too dramatic. I have a sneaky suspicion I know where I messed up, but I'm not going to look into it because I've got a very committed full schedule today. All right. And what I say I'm going to do, I do first, not last. All right. If I can help you in any way, if you've got any questions, if you need a resource or something, I might not know the answer, but I guarantee I know somebody or something for you that will help you no matter what you're going through, no matter what the situation is. I can say that with confidence because I've literally helped tens of thousands of people to do the same thing. And what I've found, at least this is how it works in me, when I get up the courage, because it takes courage to ask for help, at least in my situation, whenever I have finally asked the question of anyone, even before somebody can answer, I already know the answer, because it's usually inside us all the time and all along. It's been there. We've known it. We're just doing something to block ourselves. Usually our subconscious is trying to keep us safe. So it'll make sure no matter what, we don't see it until we ask the question. That's one of the powerful things about asking questions. All right, go out, make it an amazing day. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.